Got it.
Hi, everyone. This is
Hello.
Nanette. Welcome to my channel. And I'm here with my good friend, Angie. Hi. Say hi, Angie. Now you can say hi.
A little early. Early bird
She's
gets the
always-
worm.
Yeah, right. Today, we are going to work together, channeling and talking about why it's important to follow your heart. How this, because I think what happens is, especially anybody, we're programmed, we program ourselves, we go into the matrix program of, it's not about you, stop being selfish, and which is a good way to keep everyone kind of their vibration low, right? But when you do what you love, when you follow your heart, love is what light is, and light is what brings vibration up. You know what I'm saying? And ecstasy is our birthright. Ecstasy.
Amen.
What do you think of? Yes. Go on. You say something.
No, I mean that's spot on, and I think we're just getting a lot more clarification within ourselves on a day-to-day basis on just the reminder of coming back into our hearts and the joy of everything, even when we're going through our waves of ups and downs. It's still, to me, it's so much easier to just go into that space of gratitude that it happened. And I guess the biggest change and what benefits me the most would be the fact that I don't see myself as a victim anymore. I see myself as, whenever things like that come up, that I may not be in my heart while I'm experiencing, I guess you would still be in your heart when you're experiencing the pain or however it feels to you. It's actually like the people that are involved, I see them in a different light. I see them as, I'm very grateful for the fact that they've put themselves in this situation with me to assist me in growing, which automatically brings me into my heart.
And I just want to stay here a minute because you said I no longer feel like a victim. And I want to talk about what this is. I want to talk about why that victim, why you see yourself as powerful. Why are we so powerful? Because we've immersed ourselves in the power of the illusion that we were victims, in the darkness, in the illusion of the darkness, and we step by step took ourselves out of it. That is the most powerful thing. I mean, there are beings everywhere watching us. I'm getting chills right now. There are beings, ancestors, and everything everywhere watching us do this. Listen, guys, ecstasy is your birthright, and you are kicking ass here. I just think people don't realize how much they're kicking butt. Waking up, is a process that takes a while. But what are you waking up to? Who you are, the power of who you are.
And you're really not waking up to anything else. Like there's not, we create this reality, of course. Like no one can say that we don't, because everything, our mood, our vibration is our mood. That's what we're putting out, and we choose. There's nothing we don't choose. So it's just, I don't know. I just love it because I always thought, like when we talked about, it's so hard right now. It's so hard right now. And then we get over that hurdle or at the end of it and see why, and the lesson that we just went through. You and I have talked so many times about, like, I would give nothing. Like, you could not pay me to take away that experience. Even like, but when we're in it, but it's that other side, that light side. But I just love nowadays, I just don't have to sit in it for very long. And I can almost already see during, like, the after effect. Like I can create it to be quicker just through my heart and feeling the benefits of learning and having to go through the experience to just know how it feels. Like, and when you put yourself in that place of being able to feel through it instead of, you know, that victimhood or woe me, it's never going to get better. Like that doesn't even cross our
but they
minds
are
anymore.
important
It's never going to get
illusions.
better, you know?
Yeah, because now we have to go that's one thing I've noticed, because now that we went through that, right? You go through that, and then now in order to do that, you go into ancestral healing or collective healing, and you re-immerse yourself into illusions so that you can once again, well, besides healing energy, and I've talked about this before, you know, Archangel Michael, you know, really gave me this whole perspective on why things keep coming back and why it's so hard to clear certain things, because you feed into the energy of that. It's an energy that does not want to dissipate. So so now we do it that way. But I want to share something before I forget, and we'll go right back into all this, because I channeled this earlier, and I work with people, you know, who are coming at the spiritual awakening in all different facets. And so one of the groups I work with, as you know, is divine counterparts or twin flames, whatever you call yourself, whatever you go by. And I had this because right now the collective of it, I think mostly the feminines are so kind of feeling hopeless and disappointed and this and that. And so I channeled I don't even think I asked for this. I'm being honest. I think it just started coming to me. And then I asked why, but hold on, let me open. This is what I got earlier. As you realize you are always spirit and this is the dream, you see that you are always with your divine complement. And as the feminine, you learn that you do not need his presence in the 3D. But as the masculine, when he clears his ego enough, he will realize that by his feminine side, he will have the best life force energy, the most flow and joy. And I said, why? Why is that? And because it just seems disempowering, but that I don't, you know, it wasn't meant that way. So let me tell you what the answer was. Because the masculine has to be grounded into the 3D. He anchors, surrounds, protects, and leads when he is in his divine essence in the 3D, which looks nothing like the way the distorted masculine has led, of course. As a leader, the masculine recognizes the ways in which the feminine takes the lead inside and out. So whether you're on the counterpart journey or not, you do have divine masculine, you do have divine feminine inside.
Right.
And so you can feel, I think everyone can feel this lack of balance, this sadness. And so this is a good way to kind of, you know, empower people and let them see, hey, let your masculine side ground, you know, let's fill this together and understand that you're not alone. You're never alone.
No,
you know?
Absolutely not. And no, that was awesome. What I kind of felt from that was like, I can see that within myself when basically I'm still in the 3D. I go to work every day in the public and all of that. And I love it because referencing to the balance within me, I know is getting better. Am I mastered it? Absolutely not. But I know I'm growing and I know I'm evolving and I am able to decipher between the two when they're coming forward. But I think the beauty in it with like the collective is like, there is not, I don't care, awake, asleep, snoring, like everyone is experiencing this day-to-day life on their own path, but they're still changing. It doesn't matter if you're consciously doing the work because we're all working together. Like it's just beautiful how they just come and it'll be there, like they're catering to maybe like their feminine side in that moment. And like my masculine will come forward to support and ground and anchor. And I may be, you know, all joy and laughter and hippity hop and all that. And I'll have a masculine energy come forward and help me to just stay in my body. And I'm also being more cognitive of that, like making sure that I'm grounding myself, because it's not something I'm very good at, but I'm getting better. But you know what I'm saying? Like just being in with people, I just love it because I can see the change. I can see and feel
and source, God, whatever you call it, is talking to me as you're talking. And this is what I'm getting. I'm not going to say he because I see it as masculine and feminine, but this is what I'm getting. I'm getting, the problem with the masculine energy, whether it's the divine masculine in this relationship series or the divine masculine within you. The problem with the masculine is it's still trying to pull itself out of the distortion right now. Source, God, is trying to push the masculine and tell the masculine, no, you deserve to be happy. The masculine wants to keep, oh my God, punishing itself. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's so
and we all know that. That's that niggling, like you say. That's that little, slow down, or you're not ready. And then it's like, what you mean? I mean, I can be ready for whatever I want to be ready for. And that's that other side. It's just that, let's do this. We're not full of fear. There's no angst. It's, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? You're going to go too quick and you're going to probably fall in some kind of a loop again. And then you'd be like, whoa, hold on. Cause I wouldn't have that happen if I was just a little bit more conscious, or, you'll fall and stub your toe. And I always get it. Like, I'm like, what was that about? I'm going to need you to slow down. Well, all right then. Okay. Slow down too. And it's just like, in general, just be mindful, live in that present moment. But like, I don't know. That's my biggest thing that I just makes my heart melt, is just talking to people. I don't know them from Adam, and you can just hear in their voice, like, that they're almost like, what's happening? Like, who said what?
Adam pops up. I said, she wasn't inviting you, Adam. Sarah's son, Adam. I don't know them from Adam. Hello. He says, hello.
Right here, ma'am. Good day to you, my lady.
But he makes you laugh so much. Yeah, he's awesome. No, you're right. It's true. And, that's another reason why it's so important to follow your heart. That's another reason why your ecstasy is so important. Your happiness is so important. Remembering who you are, because that's it. When you really honestly get in, fully get into remembering who you are, you understand you are that ecstasy. You are that unconditional love. And it spreads it. It's an example. And a lot of people, it's gonna kind of turn them away at first, but it's
they come right back. I promise. Like I
have to
set my intention every day. Yep. Like I know I'm gonna annoy some folks, and I have. And like basically just because I just am me and I'm loud and obnoxious and whatever, but it'll be a day or not even a day, like a couple hours. And I'm talking about my employees or whatever. And they're just like, what, can I just have a little bit of what you're on? And I'm like, I'm just loving life, man. Like, it doesn't have to be wherever you're sitting at right now. Like if you're not in your joy and you're not feeling at least that unconditional love for beautiful things, everything is abundance, and the fact we're healthy and, not affected about what's going on in the world. And we are, but we're not, energetically you can feel it, but you can transmute that too. You don't have to sit in a state of fear or, but whatever we choose to do as individuals, that's what we choose. And there's no mistakes. So I just think it's great. I do.
I'm trying to ignore spirits, but
well, you said we're channeling, so
I know, and they all want to get in on it. They all want to. I do.
And I called everybody in anyway. I said whoever needs to speak. So go to town.
So, yeah, I have. This feels like Michael. recognizing that recognizing that separation is not real is an illusion that you have immersed yourself into.
Right.
That's another way to bring yourself to joy. You know, I'm asking a question. That's why I look like this. Because I said, well, why do we have to go through dark nights of the soul? I think so many people would love to know the answer to that. And it's simple.
It's the other side of it. Once you're out of it.
Said you have to it's a way to go in and really examine the things that you have accepted as your truth. Yeah. Okay.
And the way that you've masked them as your truth. Like they don't really have the same face in there as we perceive them, right? So our safety net, or however, that little bit of something that we've stored in the way back that we thought we've handled because it was just easier to have that perspective. But that's got a little mask on it. Like we're like, oh, just kidding, but when it comes forward, and we've said this a million times, I swear I took care of all of that. Well, clearly we did not. So,
I swear I healed this. I healed it all. Get away from me.
And I believe too, like just through my experience, I did do a lot of healing work in that particular area, but was I at a state within myself capable of all of it? No. When I see what was left, I wasn't strong enough then, right? Like it could have taken me down a whole different road of a long.
I wouldn't call you not strong enough then. I think the thing is that you're still living in the 3D
the level
world.
Of awareness and transmutation and processing and how we forgive ourselves, able to see it's guilt or it was fear or it was an expectation. You know what I'm saying? Like when I dealt with, say abandonment a year and a half ago or 2 years ago for that long period of time. And I'm like, sweet.
And a year ago and 6
until
months ago
something
and
comes
3
back
months.
up and I'm like, that's abandonment. I thought, but then it's just like, whatever, self, you're not even like, you're never going to be done because what's the fun in that? Like, I do find a lot of joy in processing and learning more about myself because I'm not even the same me, like that was with accepting programming and accepting not always living in my heart and letting my ego be the guide and not knowing when to shut her off, like, I don't know. I just think it's swell. Like just being mindful and feeling through it and just staying in the flow because it's just much better than it was before. And I have no expectations, but I only set my intention for it to be even better down the road.
Absolutely. Because, that's the thing. That's what the whole thing is about. What's outside is a projection from what's inside.
Right.
As above, so below, as inside, so outside. And so that's why we go inside. That's why we do the inner work. But we do the inner work so that we can keep moving past it and look for the joy. We've got to, even if you're in the middle of a dark night, I think finding ways to look for joy, finding ways to follow your heart will pull you through it a little faster. You should not skip anything, but you should. I mean, I know I kept trying to do things that were heart worthy, but there are periods of time during it where you're like, I don't even want to breathe right now, so stay away from me,
Right.
I mean, yeah.
And the other thing you had spoke about it a little bit, and I mean, you and I have both talked about, we talk random every couple weeks, but typically we're usually going through about the same types of experiences, but ancestral work, like, and what does that mean? And what does it mean like with our children and our families and everything? And everyone is getting that push, even if they're not aware of it, of healing little things within them that really aren't theirs to move forward with. And that's just something to be mindful of. If you feel just a pull on, maybe you're aware that your family's history, it's happened, or it's been a common denominator, but it's never felt like it's yours. That's kind of a true sign of that's something that you're here to heal and release from your ancestral line. And my guides have just told me to be very mindful of the fact that I have children. And while they're still considered children, and I don't really get how linear years qualify, but they've told me I have until my son's 18, which he's 17, to clear some of the it's like the male chauvinism, or that the woman is supposed to do this and do that. And he's never been raised in that. But like when he interacts, say, with like his grandfather that was raised in that and still holds that vibration, I would think that, I mean, what effect does that have on him, right? Like my perception
because
is that
if
he
you
should
don't
have
heal it, he will have to. He will have to, and he's going to heal it by taking it. And it doesn't matter. I just want to make this clear. It doesn't matter whether you do it or he does.
Right.
What they're saying is you have till 18 and then he's taking it. He's going to take it.
Correct.
And it's a soul agreement you made together. So I don't know where this is coming from. They're just telling me to say it. But anyway, so.
Well, thank you. Because I was a little bit like, why? Like,
yeah,
if
it doesn't matter.
Really our age, you know, like, go ahead. Sorry.
Sometimes it's more effective if you let him take it, because then he embodies it in some way with some spiritual partner. He will embody it, whether that's you or a woman he's dating. Do you understand? It will be embodied.
And they just said too, depending on the soul, it may not come up for some parents because that's part of what that soul needed to take care of on their own terms due to karmic cycles or something like that.
And we can't fix everything for them.
Well, we can, but if it is a an agreement that, like, because that's what they're showing me right now is like for Warren, it doesn't serve him. What he's here to do, like he doesn't grow or learn from it because really he hasn't had to have that in his awareness really at all. Because I chose to be different being a parent and what my kids have. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Yeah,
but like, have you not healed stuff that doesn't really serve you, that wasn't in your
Well, no, but I feel like I volunteered for that. Like, I enjoy it. Like, if I can help, I'm going to help, you know? And the more that I feel like that, yes, I get kicked down because they're like, hey, you need to slow down and take care of you. It's great to help everybody, but if you're not 1,000% love, then what are you really doing besides just distracting yourself? Okay, noted. But I don't know. I just think it's cool. I just think everything's freaking cool. You know, I get so excited about the littlest things.
She's our ecstasy. Oh my God. I don't know what else to say. What else do we need to kind of touch on with this? Okay. Yeah, but not okay. He's back on the masculine stuff, but I'm like, not a lot of masculine people. Well, everybody has masculine in there.
That's right. There are these little bits that come up that come forward. So
the masculine side of all of us, the masculine in all of us, is because the masculine energy has been so highly distorted in the 3D. Wants to punish itself, and he's Archangel Michael is just pushing this agenda. Hey, you deserve your ecstasy. Go get your ecstasy. Go let yourself be happy. You don't have.
You're worthy of it.
Yeah, because a lot of women do this too. Now I see what he's saying, because a lot of women do this too. And I guess it's the masculine in them or the distortion from the masculine energy. I don't know. But a lot of females do this too, where they feel like they have to martyr themselves for their family. They have to martyr them, which I don't. My poor kids, I don't have that issue. I'm like, hey, I am not your handmaid. Get in. But we all get that way where we feel like, we don't deserve to be happy. And we do. We all deserve that. And it will change things. It will speed things up. It'll bring you to your highest timeline. It'll bring other people to an awareness, and awareness is key. Okay.
Yes.
Awareness is key. Can I stop now?
Well, that's how the action happens, is in the awareness. And the action is the divine masculine, correct? The taking action.
Absolutely.
Other side of that for and like you were saying with the women, males too, I don't know, but it's procrastination. Right. So the taking action, like how many times do we as mothers, especially this time of year, the kids, Christmas, people coming over, making sure our house is clean, whatever. But isn't that also like, I mean, it's a huge distraction, but we procrastinate about ourselves. Like, I just went and got my hair done and she said, you can't wash it for 2 days. And I'm like, hallelujah, because I mean, that takes 25 more minutes. Heaven forbid I enjoy scratching all my fro, but it's just, are you going to rush to still, you probably will, because you're epic at this, but you're working a long time, but like pedicures or, going to get our eyebrows done. Are we going to wait till the last minute before we go to Christmas dinner with 900 people? You know what I'm saying? Instead of like normally. So it's just like that, how you were talking about, we only talk to the females basically on here, but that's that masculine within us that procrastinates on that self-love, self-worth, appreciation for self. Like we're doing all of this work spiritually, not spiritually, Christmas, whatever it is, it just comes right back to the take action of just love yourself unconditionally at all times, no matter what is going on around you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You're right. Absolutely.
Michael. Why don't you pull a card, sister? Pull a card on that.
Okay, let's pull a card. Let's do it. We'll do it live. Hold on. I'm pulling an Oracle, Isis Oracle, but I might pull a real card too because, there we go.
Is that my same one again?
No, but I will tell you what, I was talking about this with you earlier. I don't think I talked about it on here, did I? Yeah, I did.
Going to the crystal?
The dark mysteries, right? Enter the chamber of the dark goddess. And this, I'll open it up. But I mean, we were just talking about that, how, we go into the darkness and immerse ourselves in it so we can see that we can get out of the darkness and go into the light. Yes. And that shows you how powerful you are, right? All right, let's see. 194. The dark goddess calls you to her inner chamber where she... Stop, okay? I'm getting visions from a past life when I was... Never mind. All right. She holds a test and a gift for you. The test is your willingness to meet and release the fears within that have been secretly holding you back. Oh, masculine. The gift is freedom, peace, opportunity, and prosperity in all its forms. Will you accept her call? Your time for deeper initiation is here.
Yay!
Yay! I say yay. Yeah, let's go be happy.
Heck yes. Let's go. Let's just be happy. We ain't gotta go nowhere.
Let's be abundant. Let's birth abundance among the whole of the world. Yes, we are abundant, but we have to be aware of our abundance. Ooh, in order to claim it, right? This is this is my only other deck. I have that Aquarian Tarot. I've had this a very, 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 very long time. Very long time. Hold on. I gotta do it right here. Hold on. You can talk while I'm shuffling if you want.
I'm just listening.
Yeah. Yeah, I just got back from the hairdresser too, so I think we're doing okay for ourselves.
We
huh?
are. And it just so happened, mine actually texted me, and she's just like, hey, I know you told me like 4 months ago that you wanted to do that keratin treatment, and I have availability. And I was just like, you know what? All right, I'll go.
I know,
I'll go
right?
do that.
Ooh.
It'll help me.
So I have, you want it like that? It doesn't go like that.
Hey, baby, you won't like
Okay. So the queen of rods, which is the queen of oh God, what is it called? The queen of the fire one. What's the fire one? The queen of
all I'm getting.
Oh my God.
Fires.
I'm like the fire one. You know how they all are different signs? The swords are air, the
Oh yeah.
rods in the
Is
other
that
deck.
also wands in that one?
Wands, the queen of
So wands is, God bless it. I know cups is something. Wands is something.
Passion. She's a powerful, so it's a powerful feminine, full of passion, right? She knows what she wants. She goes for it, right? And then we have the Knight of Swords, which is a fast-moving knight. So this is us, know what we want, ready to go for it. Boom, we go for it. You have your offering of the 3D abundance, right?
Yeah. And then what's on the bottom of the deck?
Well, it's the 8 of Cups in reverse, which isn't the 8 of Cups is when you walk away from things. Oh, so we're no longer running away from things, right?
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Okay, I don't usually do tarot because I think it's so funny that I know we're still on here, but I think it's so funny that people love tarot more than they love channeling, and they're both the same thing. You know, they're just both ways to channel. But that's what I started with when I was young. And I didn't even know what the cards meant when I first started. I just was channeling the whole time. I was like, oh, you blah, 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 blah. And you blah,
I
blah,
still
blah,
don't
blah,
know
blah.
what they mean. Like I look in that, but then I just like tell a story. And it typically is fairly accurate. So, okie doke.
Yeah.
Sounds a good time.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's all about our joy. If that's what you want to do for fun and to mix it up a little bit, or a conversation piece, we all work on permission at some level, right? Like we don't just, and especially, I don't know, you and I, at least, I honor the shit out of free will. So I don't want to step on anybody's toes if they're not ready for it to come forward. But tarot or just having a simple conversation prior to any guidance, like for me, that's how it is, because I want to make sure that other person is inviting all of the information that's coming forward, you know, regardless of what it is. Because it's not always like lollipops and unicorns. But
well, I want you to remember, since you're saying this, because I get what you're saying, but also, you know,
you always have permission to speak your truth to me, ma'am.
Yeah, and you always have permission. You always have permission to speak your truth, and you have to understand that people will hear different things. Different people will hear different things, whatever they're ready for. So it's just like a video. You know, you can watch this video and you can get a piece of the energy of what it is. There's more than just what we're saying. There's energy that goes on with this. You know what I mean?
That's why we have been taught not, even if something does come forward, don't not say it. If it feels right to say it, and it's especially because it'll get clearer. If you don't say it, you'll get the niggling to work your way into it and say it some way, because it's not up to us. We're the vessel that's releasing that through, and we're healing our throats probably in that moment of being like, ooh, they're not going to want to hear this, but it needs to be said. I feel that it needs to be said. Now, how they perceive it, like you said, that's, and they might be looking for that. They have, like, in some way looking for a synchronicity of, hey, I'm feeling like this, but I just need something to help me go a little bit forward. And you might be that guy, like, and not even know it because you don't know what it means. We're not supposed to know what everything means. That's why we have the gift.
It happens all the time. Yeah. All the time. Because you'll be like, well, they said blah blah blah. Oh, what? And you're like, oh, I thought I got that wrong. You know, I'm like, why? What kind of sense does that make?
Like, please don't judge me, but this is fixing to come out. I love it. I love you,
I love it.
sister.
I love you too. And I'm telling on you, Adam. I know your mom's not going to watch this whole video. I'm telling on you. I'm going to tell you what he did after we're done. He's so nasty. Sometimes you're nasty. I love
She
it.
brought me in.
I know. It is your fault, Angela. You did it.
No worries.
Wait, hold on. He said, "I'm just trying to add to your joy." and so he should. Well, I guess we should wrap it up because I think we hit the nail on the head a couple times.
I feel pretty good. Comment in the whatever section below if you want us to discuss anything. If you have any questions.
Yeah, because we'll get together and channel together anytime. We just love it. So
we love it. We love it because we like to just.
If I got 1,000 subscribers, then we could do live. That would be epic. Your word, epic as heck. Epic. But we need to get up to 1,000. I have 160 subscribers, so
it's okay.
That would be great. Yeah, it is. But it would be fun to do it live on here. Kind of just take some questions in, especially if we work together. We could take turns. Okay, you go first, I go next. But thank you, and yes, let us know if you want us to talk about something. We love you all. Mwah.
Mwah.